What is this thing? Came from Ottoman Turkey, joined in the middle and seemingly made of ivory and metal. Both joints have curved ridges at one end, with Arabic numerals above each ridge. One side has the numerals 88, 100 and 110. One of the sides has a metal plate that doesn't seem to be magnetic. There are also two faded inscriptions in Arabic script, which is probably Ottoman Turkish. It came from Turkey and seems to date from the Ottoman period, given the Arabic script and numerals. What is it? It's a very rare jeweler's scale from the Ottoman period, made of ivory with Ottoman numbers on it. It was generally used to determine whether a coin was truly gold or not. When this scale was held with both of its sides open, a gold coin was placed on one side to check whether its weight was sufficient for that coin. If it was lighter than it should be, this meant that the gold content in the money was less than it should be, or completely fake it all. What is this heavy metal tool with a handle? The writing on the tool states MF Company, Millers Falls, Massachusetts, and number 8. It feels like it is all metal. The approximate height is about 20 inches and has holes around the top above the handle. What is it? It's a railroad jack, also known as a screw jack from the mid-20th century. A lever would fit through a hole to make it easy to turn the threaded cylinder, and it should rise when turned. They were commonly stolen from railroads because of their immense usefulness and portability, and they're still pretty popular with people who like vintage equipment or railroad lore. What is this 5 inches tall by 3.5 inches wide silver or silver-plated antique? I found this amongst my parents' things on display in a bookcase. They don't know what it is, but that it belonged to my grandparents. That top little bowl holds a 2.5-inch cotton string wick, screws out, and the inside of the main body is hollow, so I'm guessing it held oil. Each little pine cone can be pulled out of its individual enclosed tubes and have a 3-prong fork-like tool attached. It's not heavy at all, so it can't be pewter with silver plating. Any ideas or thoughts would be greatly appreciated. It's a Victorian tabletop lighter. I can tell that the marking on top is called a lozenge mark, and I think it was patented on March 14, 1876, basing that on the R being rounded and not a straighter edge. Here you can see that the two detachable tools still hold some kind of dark substance. I've heard of lighters that are lit up by chemical processes, but maybe here you needed your butler to light the wick first. What is this light blue glass container with a thin protruding spout? The tip of the spout is the only opening, the rest is fully sealed, and the whole thing is a solid piece of glass. This was found in an estate sale. What is this thing? It's a Mariner weather glass, also called a thunder bottle or weather storm glass. It is a clear glass bottle that hangs from a wood and brass plaque. Simply fill with water via the spout. When pressure changes, so does the water level in the spout. It has been used since the beginning of the 17th century by fishermen and seafarers as a simple way to forecast the impending weather changes 4 to 8 hours in advance. What is this thing I found in an old house? It's made of metal, and the cap has a phone-like insert in it. I thought it was a lighter when I first found it. The only marking is an E at the bottom of the inside. I have asked several people what it is, searched online, and taken it to antique shops with no luck. Any ideas? It's a portable ashtray. I received one from a Marlboro promo many years ago when I used to smoke. I quit April 2, 1994. Funny, I can remember that date, but not the date I started dating my wife, also in '94. Don't worry, she doesn't remember either. What is this thing found in a bedside drawer? The bottom seems to be suede leather. The handle appears to be plastic or tortoiseshell. Any ideas? It's an Art Deco celluloid nail buffer, made in circa 1920. We had a vintage manicure set, and there was exactly this one in it. You can slide the brass ring down to apply a new piece of suede. What is this thing made of metal? The longest part is about 3 feet long and can rotate around the pin that connects it to the base. There's a screw inside it to change the length, and the shorter part cannot move. What is it? It's a 1940s car jack. made by the Triangle Jack Company of Wichita, Kansas. There would have been a chain connecting the hooks to the other leg of the jack. This shows the instructions on how to use one in a car, and here's a man and woman standing behind a car that has been elevated with a car jack. The woman is operating the jack. What is this 25 feet concrete structure in the woods? I found this behind the Appalachia Powerhouse in Reliance, Tennessee. It has 3 holes in the ceiling and is nowhere near water or a main road. No other structures nearby. No active mining in the area. And I tried to do research on the dam and railways nearby with no luck. This sits right off of McFarland Road 23 in Reliance, Tennessee. Any ideas? The locals call it the UFO landing pad. But this structure actually was part of a cement mixing plant used to pour cement into trucks used to build the Appalachia Dam and powerhouse. Above this structure were 2 larger structures, one where they housed the concrete and poured it through the holes into the truck at the bottom. Above that was the actual mixing plant. The Appalachia Dam was built in the early 1940s to provide emergency power for aluminum production during World War II. What is this 6 feet hinged iron caddy located in the World War II memorial town of Ordre-sur-Glane, France? The town was destroyed in 1944 and has been preserved unchanged since that time, so this object dates from the mid-1940s at the absolute latest. The object is located across the street from a garage. The upper caddy is hinged and has what appear to be wires and tubes inside it. Thanks for any light you can shed on this. It's an old gas pump. It was the pump for the garage at that location. I have been there when I was 16. What a sad place. Short story, on June 10, 1944, 4 days after D-Day, the village was destroyed when 643 civilians, including non-combatant men, women, and children, were massacred by a German company as collective punishment for resistance activity in the area. Homes and businesses were looted and put to flame. In a matter of hours, the vibrant town of Ordre had been reduced to ashes. Shortly after the war, General Charles de Gaulle declared Ordre should never be rebuilt. Instead, it should remain a stark memorial to Nazi cruelty. What is this brass container with insignias on both sides? There's a small hole on the top, but I'm not able to open it, and it appears to have cotton inside. The part sticking up is threaded. It's about 2 inches in diameter and a ½ inch thick, and it says Repubblica Argentina 1890. What is it? It's the body of a World War I trench art lighter, circa 1917. Missing a screw cap and the sparker. Complete, it would look something like this. The hours of downtime between actions left the soldiers with loads of time on their hands, and trench art was the result. Now they are very collectible, often still as useful as originally intended. What are these glass bottles with a pierced cork on the side? They were found in a historical coffee farm in the state of Sao Paulo, Brazil. The farm had many workshops and nearly 2,000 employees at the turn of the 19th to 20th century. They have some minor stains at the bottom, under where the cork is, which look like caused by heat or fire. Any ideas? Please leave us a comment. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.